120 minutes.
Welcome back to 120 Minutes at London's Konk Studios, where Nitzer Ebb are recording their 4th album. Bon, how's it going so far?
All right, not too bad. A few staff problems at the start of studio time, but, you know.
Ownership problems, studio ownership, you know.
Old rockers, you can't trust them.
Has-beens, you know, 20 years, no hit. The Kings, you need to.
It sounds like you were working on some rhythm tracks today. How far have you got?
Nowhere.
We've been
now.
This morning we haven't got very far. That's
Well, you lot turned up, didn't you?
It's quite accurate.
Basically, all the tracks are finished. We've written all the songs for the album. Bon and I have been writing and programming since January. And in the last week we moved into this place and started to record, and so it's a process of any sounds we don't like, any feels we don't like with the tracks, then we can change now. We've still got plenty of time to mess around with them, you know, get it wrong, do it right, get it wrong again, whatever. So that we're just really sticking our heads up our asses.
You're working once again with Flood. I guess this is the 3rd album he's co-produced for you. Also, Depeche Mode's Alan Wilder on this one. And how did this come about?
Well, extensive touring with the Mode last year, and we wanted a kind of a new input on what we were doing, and we're getting more interested in putting more melodic elements in the music, and Alan seemed like quite a good person to pick for the direction, because we could so easily get lost, you know, with melody and so on. So Alan seemed like a good person for the job, and we approached him and he wanted to do it, so here we all are.
When is the album due out, and do you have a title yet?
Yeah, the title is EBBHEAD. Hopefully it'll be out sometime in September. I mean, certainly this year.
Depeche Mode's Alan Wilder on what it's like producing Nitzer Ebb. Alan, is this the first time you produced another band?
Yes, it is, yeah. I've done a couple of remix projects for people, but I've never actually been involved in producing an album before.
And did Nitzer Ebb approach you?
Yeah, they did, yeah. They insisted rather than approached. But we're good friends. They've toured with us quite a lot, and they're on the same label as us in England, Mute Records. So we got to know them very well, and we get along really well. So it wasn't, you know, that problem had already been overcome before we started. So we knew that we'd be able to get along, and they just came to me and said, you know, we'd like you to do it, and explain their reasoning and whatever, and I thought it'd be interesting for me, you know, and something I can learn from, as well as hopefully try and help them.
I know that you're actively involved in some of the Depeche Mode producing work too. Do you think Depeche have much in common musically with Nitzer?
The way we approach making music is quite similar. Once we get into the studio with electronics and what have you, you know, and using a lot of synthesizers. But really, I think in the end, there's quite a big gap between the two groups, you know, because the songs dictate the direction of the group in the end, and the way they write songs and the subject matters and whatever are very different to the way we in Depeche Mode write songs. So in the end, there's not that much similarity, I wouldn't have thought. There's a lot more aggressive Nitzer Ebb stuff as well.
You got a lot more work to do on the Nitzer album?
Well, we've done most of it. We've done all the programming, really, and we've recorded 3 songs at this stage, and we're on the schedule. Got another 6 songs to record, and then we'll mix a lot at the end. You know, I think we've done the hard work, most of it, you know, in that we've sort of bashed them all into shape.
All right, well, good luck with the rest of the album.